Hello, good evening, gorgeous ladies. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Conscious Champagne Chat number 18. 18, you guys, 18. 18. My goal is 100, just so you know. Let's see what we can make that. So when you're here, hey, let me know when you're here. I can see Christy. Leave me a comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel, which would be amazing. So today I wanted to talk about love languages because I happened to find this wonderful book. Some of you may know, very famous book by Gary Chapman called The 5 Love Languages. And I read this years ago and I was like, oh my God, yes, I remember. And I remember in particular how actually that book really helped me to grow my leadership capabilities, not just in the office. You can actually use this even with your people in the office, which is quite interesting at work, but really grow my leadership as a mom, because being a leader, first and foremost for me, actually means growing yourself, empowering yourself, but also knowing how you can empower others, right? And so the question is, how do we empower our children, especially when things are kind of frustrated and you face tough challenges? And so let me give you first an overview of the 5 love languages. And if you don't know this book or you don't have it, go and get it. It's an easy read. As you can see, it's not very, it's only a couple of pages really. And then it has this super interesting quiz you can do at the end, and you can find out your love languages. And so this guy, Gary Chapman, after years and years of interviewing, especially couples actually, so he's a couple therapist, I believe, he saw a pattern of why people basically divorce after a while. And so he found 5 patterns, which he called the 5 love languages. And so what happens very often is that we have our own love languages and we tend to speak in our own love language to try to motivate the other person, but they literally cannot hear you because they have a completely different love language. And so let me explain that to you. So it works well in your marriage, but it actually works fantastic with your kids. And I do have the kids book as well. He has this, so this is for couples, and then he has another one specifically for kids, and you can do a quiz for kids as well, but I couldn't find it. Otherwise I would have shown you. So what are the 5 love languages? So the first one, and they don't go by a particular order, but the first one is called words of affirmations. So that's a very easy one. It's like basically you fill the other person's love tank by just using nice words, kind words, loving words. So my love language, for example, is words of affirmation. So if my husband tells me, how fantastic I am, how great I am, like it's enough for me to go like, oh, this made my day. I'm feeling so good, right? So that's one. The second one is physical touch, which doesn't necessarily mean sex. It's just like loving to be touched and having that closeness. The third one is acts of services, meaning that that people really feel loved and appreciated when you do something for them, right? When you do them a favor, when you make them breakfast, or you buy them clothes, or you just kind of do them a favor. The fourth one is quality time. That's kind of a self-explanatory one, but it's really where their love tank gets filled by having very one-on-one quality time being spent. This is a big one in couples, where if you feel like your partner is neglecting you, it could be a very strong indication that you need quality time in order to be getting your love tank filled, so to speak. And then the last one is gifts. So making presents and just giving people gifts. And so let me tell you 2 examples of how this has really changed the way I connect with my kids. My son is physical touch, like pretty much like 90% physical touch, like it's just very, very strong. And so when we used to do homework together, or like we worked something for school together, and it was a challenge he had to do or he couldn't quite understand it easily, I would like keep encouraging him and say, you can do this, it's all great, like don't give up. And so because my love language is words of affirmation, so I used, all these encouraging words to keep him motivated. And it didn't mean anything to him. And so I only understood this when I actually did the test. So when we did the test with him to find out what love language he is, the way the test is phrased is basically they give you two options. So they ask, what would you rather do? And one of the options was like, what would you want your mom rather to do was the question. And then the one option was, do you want your mom to take you to the movie theater, or do you want your mom to say, you're so huggable, you're so huggable? And my son was all like, oh my God, I'm so huggable. Like he really loved the huggable. And then I was like, oh, okay. And he said, yeah, Mom, you always say these things to me and I don't understand what you mean. And so you guys, it changed like everything for when we now do difficult things for school. Like literally, I say nothing anymore. I sit next to him and I just like stroke his back. Like when I sense he's dealing with something that is stressing him and he can't do it, I just sit there and I just stroke his back. That's all I have to do. And I can tell like instantly he feels supported. It calms him down. It's super, super freaking amazing. And sometimes it's just like, it can be as easy as that, right? And it's an easy way to empower your child, knowing their love language. My daughter's love language, to give you a second example, is gifts. For me, that at the beginning was like, oh my God, what am I doing with that? Because neither my husband nor me are like about gifts. Like we're not really big people on gifts. And so I remember this scene. This was probably 2 or 3 years ago. And she was lying on the floor, screaming over something. I can't even remember what it was, but she wanted something. We had said no. And she was like lying on the floor, playing a tantrum. And she kind of couldn't get out of it. And, in the past, I would have used words like, come on, it's not that bad. Like, we can do this, trying to. And then I remembered her love language. And I literally went to her and I said, you know what, honey? Do you want to go upstairs to your bedroom? And I will just like, are you going to feel better if I just make you a surprise gift? And she's like, instantly, she was like, oh, yes, oh my God, I love this. And she just stopped and she went. And so it doesn't mean you have to go and buy them something new every time, right? That's not the point. All I did, I went, I took out a piece of paper, I drew a heart, drew a flower, made it look pretty, put a heart, and then I've wrapped it up and I put it under her pillow and she was like the happiest girl. And it's just so easy sometimes, you guys. And I can tell with her, like when she comes every now and then, she's like, Mommy, can you make me a present? Can you make me a present? And it doesn't mean buy me something, right? It's like, I need you to show me you love me, pretty much. Like now I get that. Back in the days, I would have thought, oh my God, this girl is like so greedy. Like, what does she think? We're not going to have presents every day. It's not like it's Christmas every day. But it's like, it's literally what she needs in order to get her love tank filled. So go and get the book if you want. I think you probably can do the test even online. I'm not even sure you have to go and get the book. You might already know what your love language is. It works amazingly with your kids, works same thing with your spouse. When you fill up your spouse love tank, the guys are going to do anything for you, your friends. It's amazing how it works. It's amazing. And even you can use it even at work with your colleagues. So if you're a team leader, if you're a manager, it's really helpful to understand your team's love language, because it's not like in the sense of love. It's just really understanding how can you motivate your people? How can you empower them from like within? So I hope that was helpful. Go and use it. It's going to make your life a hell lot easier. And I'm all about making life easy. So this is another one. And I will be seeing you back here next Tuesday, my friends, for Conscious Champagne Chats number 19. Yeah, I write little notes and leave them around. The book, when you go back and watch Rita, it's called The 5 Love Languages. Here, you can see it. But Google it online. I'm not even sure you have to go and buy the book. You can probably just do the test. I wouldn't be surprised. As I said, I did this like maybe 5 years ago, I don't remember. It's like, it's been in water. It looks very used. This is how much I've used this book, you guys. All right, you guys. Mwah. Take care. Bye.